I was in New York. I'm not in New York. I was in Chicago. I was in Chicago, and I just played a thing at CBS Record Studio out on the Shore Drive, and you come down a little bit of a hill, and to go on the Short Drive, and there's a famous old motel on the corner there. And I was going down, I just got in my car out of the parking lot, I was going down that hill to go out, and it had just started snowing in Chicago. There was snow so deep on the road. And as I applied the brakes, I had an Austin Healey back then, and as I applied the brakes, the car just kind of drifted slowly right on down into the intersection. And as it did, I tangled with another car, and it bit my left front fender up back over, so I was hooked into the tire and broke the tire, and I couldn't take it anywhere, so I had to get it towed away to get fixed and all. And that was a Saturday evening, and I had a job with some guys up in Brian Shanley, a clarinet player that had taken up, he had been playing a Bain system, and he took up the Albert system clarinet. And he had a little quartet that was playing up on the northwest side of Chicago. And he had Manny Fish-Williams on the piano and Frank Chase on who was usually a clarinet player, but he had him on bass saxophone. Frank played a lot of bass saxophone too. And so we were playing that job up there. And I went in to the lobby of the Shore Hotel there, and I was on the phone, and I was calling for a tow truck, and I was calling for actually Nancy, Kim Cusac's wife, to come and pick me up and take me out to that job, because she loved to go out there. She'd do anything for you. She was a great lady. And so as I got off the phone, a fellow stepped up and said, you have a little problem there or whatever. He said, I heard you got a job. He said, you going to get there all right? And I said, yeah. And I wish we were talking a little while. I said, by the way, what's your name? And he said, my name is Peter Nero. Peter Nero at that time was the jazz piano player. He was the piano player. He was the guy. And so anyway, he bid me Fonda do, and I took off and left. And there's a lot of stories that I heard around New York about Peter after that, great stories. Anyway, the next thing I know, he was in a movie playing, and he also wrote the score for the movie, and it was called Sunday in New York. And I'll try this little tune. Sunday, big city, taking a nap. Slow down, it's Sunday, life's a ball, just let it fall right in your lap. If you've got troubles, just take them out for a walk. They'll burst like bubbles in the fun of a Sunday in New York. Why, you can spend time without spending a dime watching great song. Peter was a terrific guy. And anyway, I'll tell you another little story here in New York. I was over here at Nova Recording Studio that's closed now. I used to do a lot of recording there. I used to write a lot of tunes and go in there and do them. But anyway, Merle Evans, a arranger who did most of the arranging for the Tonight Show when Johnny Carson was on it, and all these other guys under the sun, Steve and Edie and Bobby Darin, everybody. Anyway, Merle was there and we were talking about Peter Nero. I may have told this story about it, but anyway, he said he was doing a recording date over at the old RCA studio, which is an old church over on one of the streets down in the 40s. And so he had the client come in, and the client was there, and they had some piano work in it, in the thing, the arrangement, and the pianist said, "I told you I wanted a guy like Peter Nero. I want somebody like Peter Nero playing the part in this." So he said, "Okay, all right." So he called the station, and he said he called around, and he actually called Peter Nero, and Peter was in town, not busy. So Peter came in and he was sitting there playing the piano and the thing, and the guy walks over to him, the client walks over to him again and says, "Now look, I told you I wanted a guy like Peter Nero to play the part in this music." And Merle said, "Step here a minute." And he stepped up and he said, "Mr. Such and Such," he said, "I'd like for you to meet Peter Nero." That shows you what people know and what they think they know. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, Peter Nero was a great guy. He was a great guy and a great musician. I'm sorry I messed his tune up so much. Sometime I'll have to do it out here again and do it right. Clean it up. Bye for now.